welcome back to my channel. Happy Saturday. So today is going to be a couple of different recipes. I'm going to make some make-ahead breakfast things, pumpkin bread and homemade cinnamon rolls, and make a beef stew. Let's get started. Okay guys, so excuse my hot mess kitchen, okay? I'm just going to show you quickly what you will need. We are making cinnamon rolls. Yes, so easy. Like I said, I have always used this recipe. I've tried different recipes and none have worked out as easy as this. I mean, it's throw everything together, and the longest process is, of course, waiting for them in the oven. Yes, that's the longest process. Okay, so let's get to it. You will need, first off, you will need 3.5 to 4 cups of flour. And this is all-purpose flour. You will need 1 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in. You'll need 1/2 cup of warm water. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in there and let it do its thing for, you'll need it to puff up. I'm getting yeast everywhere. Just give it a nice stir. 1 1/4 teaspoon of yeast and 1/2 cup of warm water. You're going to need 1/2 teaspoon, well, no, I'm sorry, 1 teaspoon. I'm looking at the wrong thing. 1 teaspoon of salt. You'll need a cup of sugar, but divided. So we'll use 1/2 cup right now, and then the rest with 2 tablespoons of cinnamon for the mixture. So you can go ahead and divide that up. You'll need 1 egg. You'll need 1 1/3 cup of melted butter, and you'll need 1/2 cup of warm scalded milk. And to know if it's scalded, what will happen is, I just put mine in the microwave, but you'll know if it's scalded because it'll create like a little film on top. That's the best way for me to describe it. And of course, if it does not create that film, just to where it's hot but not boiling. And that is it. That's all the ingredients. I keep this recipe on hand so I can know, but we're going to throw everything together. So it's starting to puff up. So in my KitchenAid mixer, I'm going to do sugar, the butter, 1 egg, our milk, our salt. I'm gonna take a sip of my water. I'm sorry. Okay, and then I'm gonna do about 3 cups starting off of the flour. Well, I did about 2 cups. 3.5 cups. Okay. We're just gonna mix this up all together. And then in a few minutes, we'll add our yeast mixture. The yeast. And I wanted to say this, I stopped it, it's looking good, but it's still, if your dough is still like very, very runny or very sticky, just add a little bit of flour to tighten it up a little bit, because sometimes we can measure out stuff and it just seems to kind of make the dough do what it does. I don't know why, but a little flour will tighten it up just a little bit, not like a cup or anything, but just add just a little bit more just to tighten up the dough a little bit. the dough will gather. You'll know when it's ready when the dough gathers into a ball. Okay, we're gonna cover it. This is how it should look. We're gonna cover it for an hour and 30 minutes and just keep it in a warm, dry place. Okay guys, so on to the second recipe of the day. We're gonna do pumpkin loaves. Well, actually I only have one loaf pan and then I can't even find it, so I'm just gonna make, because this recipe makes 2 loaf pans, and I was gonna do muffins, but I just said no, it's fine, I'll just make it in this one big large pan. So for the ingredients, so easy and simple. Of course, you'll need a can of pumpkin, some vanilla flavoring, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of sugar. You've got right here 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of baking powder. I put together, just so I don't have to wash it, an extra one. I have a half a teaspoon of nutmeg and a half, then a 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Yes, and then we've got 2 large eggs and 2 sticks of butter. And all we're gonna do right now, first off, is cream together in this bowl. I'm gonna actually just go ahead and throw all of my dry ingredients in here. And I'm just gonna give it a mix. Okay, so we're gonna cream this butter and sugar mixture. Pull my camera back some. Cream the butter. And I'm gonna start adding my sugar. Okay, so the pumpkin bread is out. Looks good. All I did was, it baked in this large casserole or whatever, Tupperware, whatever it is, aluminum pan. It baked for 30 minutes and it was completely ready in 30 minutes. So I'm glad that, so if you're gonna do 2 loaf pans, 60 minutes, because each one it will take 30 minutes. But I just think this worked out better for my family because I can cut them in squares, and if I have, which I'm not going to have any left over with my large family, but it'll be something I can put up and you can freeze some, or you can store it in the refrigerator for 5 days and it can stay out on your counter for 3 days covered up. Okay, so pumpkin bread is ready. I'm gonna set this to the side, and our dough is ready. So we're gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna put a little flour right here out, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my dough out there. I'm gonna get my rolling pin out. Put a little bit on my rolling pin. I'm just going to turn the dough in like this. Gonna make it like a little ball. Just fold it a couple of times. Okay, and the dough is all nice and warm, and I'm just gonna roll it out. You just want to roll it out into the shape that you want it to be in. Okay, and I don't want to roll it out too thin. This is perfect because you want a good, nice, thick cinnamon roll. Let me get my butter. You need 1 stick of unsalted butter. Softened. I'm going to throw this in the microwave. 20 seconds. Remember, I've got my cinnamon sugar right here. Got my cinnamon sugar. I should have had it ready, but it's fine. I'm just going to break it up a little bit. You don't want it to be melted, just softened. I should have taken it out earlier, but after making everything, I just went on and put my boys down for a nap, and I started cleaning my house. So yeah, so just mix this up. And that was 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, a stick of butter, which is a 1/2 cup, and a 1/2 cup of sugar. So these will rise for 45 minutes, and then you bake them in on 350 for 30 minutes. I am not baking mine actually until tomorrow, so I'm gonna put these up right now in my refrigerator, and in the morning I'll take them out and let them rise for 45 minutes, and I'll bake them. So I just took the cinnamon rolls out. What I did was I let them rise, like I told you yesterday, for 45 minutes, and then I baked them for 30 minutes on 350 degrees, and this is how they look. Now I'm getting ready to make the icing. It's so simple and easy. You can use, I do not make a cream cheese icing, and so I really would suggest you to try this because it's so good. I just make vanilla buttercream, and I love it. So let's make this. You will need 2 sticks of unsalted butter. You will need 2 cups of powdered sugar. You will need a teaspoon of vanilla, and you will need, of course, a couple of drops of half and half. And that is your delicious buttercream icing. That you see a piece is missing. That was not supposed to happen. My husband said he thought I was done recording or whatever, but yeah. So that's it. So breakfast for the next couple of days, we're going to actually have these this morning, and then we'll probably have pumpkin bread tomorrow and the day after, because this is a lot of pumpkin bread. So okay guys, so the big reveal on Friday, which you will see on a different video, when I made chicken sandwiches for lunch. I said I was going to show you my beef stew that I made. I showed you the spices that I put in there, and this is the reveal. This is how it looks. All that beef. I put in potatoes, I put in some peas, and I put in some tomatoes, and it is so flavorful and delicious. I was going to do the frozen vegetables with the corn and all that, but I just decided I wanted it to be more of a stew instead of a soup. So that has, all I had to do was add that stuff in there, and that is it. Now I'm going to show you, I'm about to put on some rice. That's just that Costco rice that I had bought 3 months ago. And I made some cornbread muffins to go with it. And I'm going to do the, oh, smoke alert. I'm going to do the honey glazed carrots. What's in here right now are just the carrots. Sorry, you guys, it's steaming. Are the carrots. I'm going to put some garlic powder, and I have just 1 dash of cinnamon. They won't be sweet. And I'm going to put some onion powder in there. Put some black pepper. Bit of that. Okay. And then I'm going to put some chicken bouillon seasoning in it. And then I'm going to stir it up. And then before I put the seal on top, I'm going to put the honey. And this has just been coated with some olive oil. I just want all the and I'm going to put about 1/4 cup of water, but I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of honey. Okay, so my husband's going to pour the honey in there. I've already put the water in there. And you see it's just looking good. Don't want to put too much because that just kind of rinses the seasoning off of. This honey is really, 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 really thick. Okay, so I got the honey in there. You can see it. It's in there, and it has to. You can use brown sugar as well, or maple syrup. And I'm going to put it on. I have it set for 3 minutes on steam, and that's it. So cornbread, our delicious carrots, our rice, and our beef stew. Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all my new subscribers and existing subscribers. I really appreciate you guys supporting me and watching my videos and commenting and giving me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And so I will see you guys next video. Bye. Bye.